Well, hello out there, and how is everyone doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing a whole lot better since I found out that somebody's got the mic or it's feeding back. I'm doing a whole lot better since I have found out that we're not going to have another Class 4 hurricane come directly over my house because Irma, the eye wall came directly over the top of me. And then in 2004, we had, what was it? Gene. There was three of them. I can't even think of their names off the top of it. My Gene. I know it wasn't Charlie. It was Gene, Francis, and something else. Anyway, they came directly over Polk County and right over my house. So anyway, just to let everybody know, I am just, since Wednesday when I did that little thing, and then Thursday and Friday, for the last 2 days, I have been in Thursday and Friday, been in hurricane prep mode. I mean, breaking out the generators, getting gas for them, refilling them, then getting extra gas, making sure I got propane. We got to have, canned goods and everything. And it's just, I am totally physically exhausted from worried about is the damn thing coming over my house again, or another one coming over my house again. And then that's mentally exhausted and physically exhausted from doing everything. Plus my daughters, I have all my kids, they got to prep too. So, been trying to help them. Anyway, it's been hectic the last couple of days to the point that I wasn't even going to do a show tonight. I hadn't prepped, hadn't done anything. And I thought to myself, well, we'll do a quick live stream tonight on the show and just talk about a few things and let y'all know that, I'm sorry. It's just, like I said, you got lawn stuff out that's got to be picked up or stored. Everything in the yard that can be blown around needs to be secured. I mean, it's just one thing after another. So anyway, the good news is that the thing seems to be going to turn at the last minute and stay away and off of Florida and not make a direct cross path and across me and the people of Central Florida and, Florida. So now it looks like Georgia and South Carolina or North Carolina is in its direct path. So anyway, that's what I want to just talk about. I am sorry, but too much going on the last couple of days that I just wasn't mentally and physically prepared to do a show. So just wanted to get on here for a few minutes and let everybody know. How's everybody doing tonight? Brenda, Paul, Al?
Surviving.
Alive.
Yeah, Al lives in the exciting part of the country where all the crazies are.
Yeah.
Just another
I heard about that.
Hey, Al.
I was listening to that. So
5 people killed, 21 shooting victims. Odessa Police Chief Michael Girk said. But anyway, we watched the whole thing on TV and stuff. What was crazy is we're watching Channel 7, watching the TV, right? Watching it all develop. They go ahead and leave the stage. I mean, totally leave. They got evacuated. They said, everybody out of here. So we're watching TV, watching the desk and hearing them on their wireless mics. But that was interesting.
Yeah. People have gone stupid nowadays. There's no other way to describe it. They've gone frigging stupid.
Russ, it all started with a traffic stop.
Yeah.
That's it.
James Parker is over on Facebook. I James Parker, and then we have in the YouTube chat we have Aussie Man, Moon Pie Creations,
T-Mac.
if it seems like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, it's because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
It's okay.
Corey, T-Mac, Florida. So they were all out there in the chat, and this was just unexpected. Some of the guys were like, sometimes if we don't do a show, if I have a few minutes, we'll open up a little hangout and just talk to each other for a few minutes on Saturday nights. And I said, well, now that I got the capability of doing this live stream thing to both Facebook and everything, let's just do a short live stream and let everybody know what's going on. It's not like I like canceling shows. Trust me. It's just, there is just been so much going on. Like I said, I've been walking around. Sometimes I'll walk around today in a daze. Just, there's if I love Florida, and don't get me wrong, I wouldn't move anywhere else. Hell no to California. First off, you have to put up all the bullshit that's going on out there in California, and then you have to deal with earthquakes in the Midwest. Well, they got damn tornadoes is bigger than hurricanes.
That's right.
Hell, a hurricane only gets up to 150, 170 miles an hour. Them damn tornadoes are 300 or 400 miles an hour in the center of them, and they're 2 and 3 miles wide.
If it's a constellation, though, Russ, you don't have to prepare for 2 days and then nothing happened. It happened.
Yeah, it just happens.
It takes everything with it, and
yeah, so
and then it's over.
Everybody's got something they have to deal with sooner or later. I mean, and in the initial prediction, I could try to pull up some, but just if you've been watching the weather, in the initial prediction, it was either coming through around the Miami area and crossing Florida like Charlie did, or some of them had it coming up and turning right and coming up through central Florida, which would have brought it right on top of us. And some of them had it coming up to the coast and then bouncing up the coast and going north. So that was some of the initial. Well, I'll take that back. Let's go back over a week ago, because when they first started this thing, before it even entered the Caribbean, before it even come into Puerto Rico or anything, they were saying like, there's so much wind shear and dry air, this thing will never make it out. I'm thinking like, okay, I'm safe. Within a matter of 48 hours, now they're saying it's fixing to hit Puerto Rico. And it's a tropical storm turned into a hurricane. And then within 24 hours, it's coming towards Florida. So I'm like, damn. So
they sent my son to Nellis. He's at Moody Air Force Base in southern Georgia, where they've got all the A-10s at.
Yeah.
And they shipped all that stuff to Nellis over in Nevada to get it away from the hurricane.
Yeah, they MacDill Air Force Base dumped all their planes, and my wife was saying, well, that's a little premature in it. And I said, well, sweetheart, let me explain to you. One of those planes cost around $40 million. Okay, they're not going to spend $40 million in gasoline just to fly them out of here. And so all it would take is one of them to get destroyed, and they've lost. So we just get them all out of here. It's cheaper to fly them out than replace them. And did you listen to that Carnival Cruise Line? They cut that cruise 1 day short. They pulled into port, and everybody and I'm sorry I'm saying this, excuse my French, everybody was bitching about that they come in 1 day early. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so you wanted to stay out there in the cruise ship during a hurricane? Really?
There was another one that was extended 2 days. Did you see that?
Yeah. So I think they wanted theirs extended. But here's another thing you got to realize. That ship has to come into port. It has to unload everybody. It has to refuel and supply. But then it has to turn and get the hell out of the way. They don't want that ship. That ship is like millions of dollars sitting there. They don't want it in the path of a hurricane. I guarantee you that ship pulled out of port and headed south as quickly as it could to get the hell out of the direction of that hurricane. So, but it's just the one of the guys complained that the service or whatever, and then he said, and it was so unprofessional when I asked the captain and talked to the captain about it and everything, and he said, well, they're going to refund you for the day off of your cruise and everything. And the guy was still standing there bitching apparently, and the captain looked at him and said, what do you want, a Lamborghini?
He could have paid for that all you can drink alcohol package with 1 day off.
Yeah, so it's like,
Okay, you didn't know ahead of time.
so anyway, that's what's going on. Sorry there was no show tonight. I had really planned on one, but it's just mentally and physically, I'm wore slap out. My son's generator wasn't running, so I worked on it all afternoon yesterday to get it up and running, just in case, for the fact that I wake up Saturday morning, they tell me, well, there was no use in working on the generator because it's not going to hit you.
Well,
So,
it works now, though.
Yeah, it works. and all the stuff that we've done, I probably should have kind of done before now, because we bought a lot of canned goods. That's okay. They'll last for 30, 60 days.
Yeah.
We bought, stuff, bottled water. It's not going to expire for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my wife were talking, it's, September in 2004, we got hit in 1 month with 3 hurricanes, back to back to back. And they all came through right over the top of me. So we just got prepared for the rest of the month of September is the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to worry about running out and getting anything or doing anything. The generators are all running. They're all fueled up. Even though it's alcohol fuel, it'll last for more than 30 days. Got to put some stuff in it. So, and the extra gas in the cans I bought, it'll last for 30 days. If not, I'll dump it in my wife's Camaro because mine's diesel. I can't use it. So, I mean, it's all good. It's going to work out. If we have another one, I'll be prepared and won't have to go through all this shit. So, y'all are kind of quiet listening to me.
I'm going through the chat, make sure.
Yeah, Aussie, if you wanted to jump into scroll saw talk for a little bit, Aussie got a couple of scroll saw questions he was trying to set up. I don't know how much you want to get into regular stuff tonight.
That's all right. What was the first question? Is this the first question after finishing cutting? What is your method for gluing the backer on?
I think that was it. Yeah, that's close enough for me. Go ahead and tell us.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you can glue the backer on with a number of things. The best glue that I have found, and I'm turning around to see if I can find it. For gluing the backer on, and this includes like paper backers, or I think I've showed some of y'all. Let me go underneath my.
That Eileen's.
Let me go underneath my thing. Don't look underneath here. There's too much crap. That's the reason this sheet's up here that's black, so you can't see underneath there.
That's why I point my camera up.
Okay.
Actually,
so yes, the best thing for gluing
crap on
the backer on is Eileen's tacky glue. This will actually glue a painted surface to a painted surface. Now, will it possibly come apart if you apply enough pressure? But the point is, you're sticking the backer onto the scroll saw project, and you're putting in a frame, so there's no way it's going to come. I mean, unless you just try to pull it apart, that's going to come loose. But this is the best stuff I have found. This is, and I've used this. I went into the dollar store about 5 or 6 years ago, and they had these. They're like Christmas decorative bags. Mm-hmm. And I saw them and I went like, wow, wouldn't those make great backers for projects? I mean, these are cool. I actually bought. They were like 2 for $1 or something. I bought just about every one they had. I mean, I got a whole bunch of them down here.
Have you made anything with them, Russ?
Yes, I put several things on them. So
that,
here's some smaller ones.
that you can show.
Gold, beautiful gold and red.
Oh, awesome.
So what you do is just cut the piece, just split them apart, cut them open. So you have a big panel and a big panel in the back, and then cut them open and then cut them to the size of your project. Lay your project down on it, mark it, and cut it out. And then use the Eileen's tacky glue on the back of your project, a dot around the edges. You want to cover the edges real good, and then out in the center and everywhere else. And then put your backer on it, lay it out flat. This will dry transparent, so if you get it out over the edges, you still won't be able to see it. Okay, so and put some weight on it to hold it down and let it dry. Then you can put it into a frame or whatever. And then you have these most fantastic mirror-like backers. I love this gold one. Yeah, I got the red one. I've got them on bunches. I don't have any in here because they're all inside the house. I made me and my wife on our 12th wedding anniversary a thing that said Nancy and Russ 12 years, and then put the gold behind it. So I've used them for a lot. I've got so many of them. I seen them. I bought enough to last me 100 years probably for like $50. I mean, I got a box of them that I'm not going to run out of them, but they were so cheap. And I was just like, the lady said, what the heck are you going to do with these? And I went like, I've got a really good plan for them. But when you're asking for glue about that, the Eileen's tacky glue, that's my favorite glue. Now, it's an interior glue. Yes, you can glue wood together with it. You can glue wood joints with it and everything. And it holds great, and I've even tried it. Like if you're making the 45s, you can use it on the 45s. For the frames, you can use anything to hold wood, and in it fabric. Let's see, wood, fabric. There's several other things that it'll work on, but just read the back of the bottle. And if I had my damn glasses back on, I could probably read the back of the bottle. So
I put the link out in the chat.
Yeah. But the thing about it's an interior only glue. It can't go outside. So.
You want me to read the back?
Yeah, go ahead and read the back for me.
Okay. Well, we're going to need some more light for that.
Here, let me see here. It's
an all-purpose glue for crafts, hobbies, and household repairs. Yep. Versatile and durable, not to be eaten. Directions: always test for best results. Squeeze onto surface. Press pieces together. Water cleanup, not intended for washable wearables or for algae.
I have glued a ceramic piece that my wife broke together with this, and it held.
And there's more. Un collègue pour toutes vos activités créatives. Oh, sorry.
Somebody out in the YouTube or in the Facebook chat wanted to know ask Al if he's ever used spray adhesive like 3M77 to attach the backer paper to your cut, or is that not recommended?
Yeah,
that's great.
I have. I've used 77, but Russ uses 45, which comes off a lot easier. 77 is really hard to get off. But yeah
77 is more permanent. 45 is not so permanent. Now, I heard, and I don't know this is true, that when they put, remember how they used to stick the old headliners in a car to the top of the car? Mm-hmm. They used 3M45 glue to do that.
Wow.
Yep. I heard that. I don't know if that's true.
Could be. I think my old 68 Mustang kind of has that cloth strung up thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
At least when it falls down, you put glue and then you push it back.
Shoot
push it back up. Yeah.
Poke a little hole through it and just spray it around.
Now they have the headliner built in with insulation and
Yeah.
everything in the back of it that goes up in.
And
it's-
Velcro holds them in now.
Yeah, and it's pre-cut to fit
Right.
the exact shape of your car or whatever.
Aussie wanted to know if you spray one surface or both with that stuff.
For scroll saw projects or for
I guess scroll saw, right?
Yeah.
all right, if I'm
just
doing a
spray
scroll
just
saw
the pattern.
project, yeah, if I'm doing a scroll saw project and gonna spray it with the 3M45, I lay the paper pattern down so that I'm looking at the back side and the pattern is on the front side, and I spray the back side of the pattern liberally. When I say liberally, you don't want to soak the damn thing to the point that it crinkles up and because you got it so damn wet.
Yeah, you have to unstick it from the table.
Yeah, so just spray the back side of the pattern very liberally. Some people say wait, do not wait.
Yeah.
I have found out that if you just pick it up and lay it on, put it on the wood, get you a plastic squeegee, start at one corner, start working your way up and lowering it down with your squeegee and squeeze it on and squeeze it on real tight, you're good to go. It ain't coming off until you get ready to remove it. And all you got to do is get a little bit of mineral spirits on a sponge brush and put it on the back of it, and it'll almost peel off in one perfect. You hold it up and you could actually take that piece, lay it down flat. If you can get it flat enough, spray it with glue and stick it back on another project and use it as a pattern again. I mean, I wouldn't do it, but you probably could. So anyway, let me talk about Michelle Marcoux out here. Aussie man, thank you guys for very, very much for being here. If you don't mind, everybody listening, please give me a thumbs up. I mean, we got like 22 people watching that I can see, 3 on Facebook, 3 or 4 on Facebook. I can't see the number. So give me a thumbs up wherever you're at. I would appreciate it. It makes me feel so much better when I see those thumbs up because I go, hey, they must like me. So Michelle Marcoux, Aussie man, Jeff Robinson. On Facebook, we have Josh and Alyssa Grover. Thank you for joining us. And if you noticed, I've been able to tie the Restream bot into the chat over there on YouTube, so y'all can see.
That's kind of nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that is nice. I like that.
So, T-Mac, Florida. My mother used to make custom wooden doll-houses. Cool. T-Mac, Florida. Where are you at, T-Mac, in
He's
Florida?
in Inverness.
Oh, that's right, Inverness.
He said his mom made the furniture too.
Okay.
That's too much patience for me.
I've made 2.
Awesome wood things, Matt Haas.
The way I started. back
Awesome
when-
wood things said that moving background is hard to look at.
I agree.
Okay. Is it? Why?
Yes, because it's distracting.
Yeah, it's like my vertical sync is really messing with my head.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can do. How about if we do this one?
That's fine.
That's better.
That's better. Okay.
Not as busy.
Yeah, that other one was so busy I couldn't tell what I was looking at.
All right. So we'll do. All right. So we got voted in for. I'll just delete the other one and we'll start doing the.
That one, live long and prosper on that note.
Yeah, this is the one I made up called Space.
The final frontier.
Oh.
Boldly going where no man has dared to go before.
These are the streams.
They need to change that since it's supposed to be gender specific. It's supposed to be no man or woman has gone before.
They have part of the later ones say where no one has gone before.
Aussie man.
But Star Trek was one of the ones that was most inclined to give
Cameron
women
Rory's out there.
different races the acknowledgement they deserve.
James Parker's out there. all these people are out there watching, and this was like as a last minute thing. So I understand if there's not a lot of people out there because we didn't advertise it. It was a last. They all, everybody on the panel, I would like. Sometimes I like to slap them. They were all bugging me. We're gonna have a show tonight. We're gonna have a show tonight. And then if I tell them no, they're like, "Can we have a hangout later?"
Are you poking fun at me?
So oh, by the way, 19 pounds.
Whoa, Russ is getting skinny.
Well, I know where that 19 pounds is, Russ.
Oh my goodness, Brenda.
It's all on my foot.
Yep.
Oh,
19 pounds as of now. I am very happy.
be like Brenda. Be Clubfoot.
So those of you who are over there on Facebook, thank you so very, very much, John and Melissa Grover, for being over there and watching us on Facebook. I appreciate that. Stay over there on Facebook and watch us. I mean, come on. It's like no other reason. What else have you got to do? It's like, come on and watch us.
By the way, I was killing a fly a second ago. If you guys wondering why I was spazzing out over here.
So come on over and watch us. But yeah, we're not going to stay on here very much tonight or very long tonight.
And Russ, Aussie Man has been chatting out in the chat about a thing that he wanted to know if you've ever tried it, where you take a piece of wax paper and put glue on it, and then use that to dip your pieces in when you're gluing. Like if you have a lot of pieces to glue onto a backboard, instead of putting glue on each individual piece, you just put some glue on a wax paper, dip your piece in it, and then stick it to the backboard. You ever seen that done?
No, I've never
I've seen that done on some videos, and it looks like it works real good. But
Explain it again, Paul.
well,
yeah,
say you know how Charles made those flags, and he had all the stars were individual floaters.
All
And
right.
what you do instead of putting glue on each piece is you take a piece of wax paper and spread glue out on it with a roller.
All right.
So now you've got a bed of glue, and then you just dip the piece in it and then stick it to the backer.
So basically,
that has to be something like tight bond or anything. It can't be the scrape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd have to be tight bond.
Yeah, you lost me for a second because I thought you were talking about spray glue, and I'm like,
No,
that's
I
not
was talking about tight bond.
Yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that would work. And actually, I've never done that. And actually, I think that's a brilliant idea.
so
Yeah, I
you
see
don't
what
have to
you're
do
saying.
this, right?
You take a piece of wax paper, you
Yep.
pour some Tite Bond on it,
And spread
and
it
you
out.
spread it out all over the Tite Bond, and then you take your individual pieces and just dip them in areas and stick. That's a brilliant idea. Never thought about that.
Yep. And Aussie Man asked me if I ever done it, and I've never done it, but I've seen it being done.
Yeah, I've never even seen it being done. So that's a great idea. Yes, you can still. T-Mac Florida said you can still buy wax paper. Yeah, I see it all over.
No, see, Ken McCrory asked, are you talking about Intarsia, Oss?
No, I don't think he's talking about Intarsia.
No.
It's like if you've for instance, like he said, if you've got a flag and you cut everything and put it together, well, if you want the stars in the blue area,
I have to try
to
that.
be right, you can't scroll them because they'll be like islands. You would have to, and it wouldn't look good.
Yeah, floaters.
You scroll the stars out and have 50 of them stacked up. Then you take a piece. He was making all
Hey,
that.
Jim, mute yourself.
Jim's excited.
Hang on.
I'm gonna mute your ass in about 2 seconds. So, so you take a piece of wax paper, lay it out, and pour some glue on it and spread it out. Then you take the individual stars and dip them in the glue and stick them into the positions that they need to go. It
And-
saves time from trying to glue each individual star and stick it on.
And you're not getting too much glue at a time either.
Yes, it's because you spread it out. The glue papers you on thin on the glue paper. I mean, that's a whoever thought of that smart.
Hey,
Can I show something that I got? Well, Jim, you go first. Go ahead.
Al, check this out.
PC oscilloscope, sweet.
Oh,
Cool.
just came in.
Yes.
Oh, hold it up a few more seconds. I've got to get you out there. Oh,
Is that to
Oh,
use
there
with
we
your Arduino?
No, it's for work.
Oh,
nah.
what fun is that?
Check that out. Well, I bought it, but I got to use it for work. Oh, that'll be fun.
All right, Al, what were you wanting to show?
Well, actually, I wasn't going to show this, but
Use yourself, Jim.
here's
I
mine.
know.
Here's mine, Jim. I built that. Actually, I built it quite a while back, but that's an oscilloscope.
Oh, they're so cute when they're little.
Yeah, is it similar to that?
I don't know. Does it look like this?
Let me see it. Go ahead and switch back to them.
That's it. That's the whole oscilloscope.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen
the
those.
USBs
I've seen
and it's a USB into the man. I got to get this backwards thing is killing me. And that you USB into the laptop and then use the
software-defined.
laptop for this. Yeah.
So the software runs the through the USB port the voltage readings basically just like a true oscilloscope, just like this would, but this is hardware. And no, that was not what I was going to show. That's really cool though.
I sidetracked you.
My
Sorry.
wife was right. I told her I'd be out here for 30 minutes. It's 8:47. You can throw that up. She goes, I'll only be out there for 30 minutes. She goes, yeah, your 30 minutes is like an hour.
Right.
Awesome, man. You can use that for your whole scroll soft.
Uh-oh, we lost Paul.
Ooh, he's frozen too.
He is.
Just like on that one Star Trek episode.
Man's actually
fast.
said, where's his? Oh, save playing.
And for your all your scroll saw, not just pieces. So for the whole thing is what he's saying.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could. No, I mean, I don't understand what you're saying by that. Because when you get your backer,
things.
yeah, are you talking about dipping your backer into it and then set it over onto your piece and set it over onto your backer? I guess you could, but you don't need that much. I mean, when I have my piece, if it's an 8x10, I'll run a perimeter around the edge as much as I can, and then I'll pick various pieces in the inside and put little dots of glue in it. So I think if you were trying to stick your piece onto a backer and you lay out a piece of wax paper and thin it out and then set the whole piece, then stuck on the back, that's a lot of glue. That's a waste of a lot of glue. You don't need that much. Most backers, I've seen very, very few pieces that are stuck to a backer that are not put into a frame. So if once they're put into a frame, they're not going to come loose. And if you're putting it onto something that's not going to have a frame, just add some extra little glue dots around in the areas. You know, it's not going to come loose. You don't need that whole thing submerged into the glue.
Paul's ready to come back in.
Oh,
Good deal.
Thank
All
you.
right. So can I show what I was going to show now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Please
Okay.
do.
So the other day I received, and probably more than the other day, I received something from Awesome Wood Things, from All Things YouTube, from Matt Haas. What I received was my most favorite. I had already received one that was Mr. Spock, but I received this. And to me, this is really cool because this is Spock from the episode Mirror Mirror, where he's evil Spock.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, not just one, but two. And as Matt would say, how cool is that?
That is cool.
That is cool.
Really appreciate it. Really, I do.
That is cool.
You know, that looks a lot like you when you were made up with your Halloween costume.
This one? Yeah.
The one with the
Whole lot,
goatee.
yeah.
It doesn't come all the way around, but you're right. You're right. Thanks again, Matt. Appreciate it, bud.
Okay, now I gotta figure out how to get your butt back.
And Jim, I have seen those, and oh man, those would be great. And all I could settle for, like I said, is the kit. But that would have been the cat's meow. The bee's knees. Thank you, Matt. And Jeff Robinson says, Jim, can you now monitor the waveform of your scroll saw square?
I probably can, yeah. If I can get this stinking CD in here, don't
Right.
load the
Austin
CD.
said, backing up, said it's to save time. Get your project, not the backer.
Those things are a pain in the neck, aren't they, Jim? Those little tiny. I got one right here for something. It's a pain.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Ah, here we go. So we will install that and maybe be able to see a waveform on the show tonight. How about that?
Cool. A waveform of the show?
Perhaps.
I bet some parts would be really, really squiggly. And others rather crooked, I might add. Don't know which ones would be which, but
I don't know why it's got a dual USB connector on it. It's got cable's got two.
are they different sizes?
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're full USB though. All the pins are there.
Well, I wonder if it's to pull two streams of current.
Yeah, that's probably you're probably right. That's
I don't
probably
know. One is red though, right? One is blue or black.
Yeah, I thought maybe one's power, just strictly power, and the other one's
Strictly power. There you go. And the other one is. I don't know though, because there's power.
T-Mac just wondered if one of them is USB 2 and one's USB 3.
And that could be. The different colors on USB mean different things, and the red I think is powered on all the time, whereas the blue I think is USB 3,
Well,
and that was red, wasn't it?
if I go offline all of a sudden and you see a big explosion,
Yes,
Chicago,
smoke.
you know what happens.
Smoke.
I gotta
Yeah,
find
we
my
see the smoke.
USB 3 hub here.
All right, guys.
Russ is like,
Tell Nancy we're holding you up.
Yeah, I'm fixing to cut out of here. I'm
we always do
kind
this.
of tired, and I just want to say one thing again. Sorry about no Let's Talk Shop with Russ and having a guest or anything, or even a format. The last 2 days have been hectic. And you know what? When they say it's going to turn and go up, that damn thing could actually just cut right straight across Florida. I mean, within 24 hours, they could go, whoa, all our spaghetti models are incorrect. It's coming straight towards you. You know, you never know. It's called Mother Nature. You know,
Yeah, wouldn't
the
be the first time
wind,
it happened,
the
right?
rain, the water, the earthquakes, they'll go wherever they want to go and wherever Mother Nature puts them. So it's kind of like, is it looking good that we're not going to get it? Yes, it's looking better every day. Am I still worried? Yes, I won't be worried until it passes north. No storm can come south. They can go east or west or north, but they can't come south. So once that sucker gets north of us, it's good. Even if it goes left or right, it won't bother me. So
Well,
Yeah,
our
they have
son
to
has
get-
a place up in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. So they're right, the way it's looking now, they're right in the path of it. And they just put a new roof on last year. So
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yep. So I mean, it's looking good. It's improved. I can actually now breathe a sigh of relief,
Yeah.
so to speak. What did Ken McCrory says? He says, "My camp on Myrtle Beach, so don't in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, so don't go there. Hope your camper survives. You know, I really hope it survives."
Hey, Jim,
Yes, sir.
that red port is for power all the time. Are there any batteries there to charge or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Because when the computer powers down or goes into sleep mode, it still keeps putting power to a red port.
I just plugged them both in, and I don't have any lights or
did it,
anything.
did it
No
smoke?
smoke.
They're going to keep talking and just ignore the hell out of me like I don't even exist.
What do you think this is? Your show?
Yeah,
I want to go on
Your
record as
show.
saying that I behaved myself.
it's the Jim and
For
Al
a
show.
change.
I'm just here for the ride.
You said there was no show.
Well, I'll show you something. Give me about 2 seconds.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So now all we have to do is sing. Oh, there. See, I'm trying to give you the segue.
When the
Russ.
sun comes creeping in.
And that's not the right one, Paul. It's lumberjack. And
Is
I'm
there,
okay.
Aussie Man had a good question. Is there a spray adhesive out there that's non-contact? It's just glue? Not that I know of. Most spray adhesives are pretty well like a contact type glue. I don't know of anything else. I mean,
Patrick Workshop. Hey,
you
Patrick.
spray it on and
For
you
Patrick.
know, stick it to the surface and it's there. Now, the one thing that I will say that about the 3M45 that I love is the fact that if you stick it on there and start straightening it out and you go like, holy crap, there's a 1/4 of an inch hanging over the wood on the left side, so I didn't line it up right, you can reach over there and pull it up and remove it. Now, you have to be gentle. You can't snatch it. But even though it's thin paper, you can pull it over and remove it and take it all off and realign it and stick it back down. Now, the 77, I think it was that Al said, I don't know if you can do that. If you stick it on there, I think that's pretty well stuck. Is it, Al?
What I've done is I've sprayed too much, and the opposite has happened. Well, pretty much the same thing. I'll go to put it down, and it slips on me.
Okay.
That's
Yeah. So the 45 can come off. I mean, you stick it, realize you ain't got it on there right, you can pull it off and realign it and set it back down. So,
I mean,
you can do that. Patrick Woodshop said hello. Hello, Patrick.
Hey,
We're
Patrick.
sorry, dude, but we're cutting out of here pretty early tonight because I've just had it for one day.
Notice Al stopped talking. No, actually, Al hasn't stopped talking because he's still talking about not talking.
Yeah. So, all right. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate it very much. And thank you for being in the chat. We've had 24 people tonight, which unexpectedly to do a live show. I think that's fantastic. And we've got 14 thumbs up, 15 thumbs up, 16 thumbs up. All right.
I'll give you one. I had
Give me a thumbs up for all of y'all that are out there, and I would appreciate it. And over on Facebook, hit the like thing. I'd appreciate it very, very much. So we're simulcasting on Facebook and YouTube, however you say that.
Yeah.
So
What else I say is smash it.
yeah, smash it. So 18. Oh, it's going up quick. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. God bless. And I will sing us out of here. So,
Sing it, Russ.
yep. When the sun comes a peeping into where I'm sleeping. Oh, that's the other one.
Yeah. That's what I said earlier.
Well, you know how it is when you get tired, you can't think.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
Childs is over there on Facebook. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for being over there and watching us. Unfortunately, we're cutting out. Anyway, just give me sawdust, lots of sawdust all around me and everywhere. I like it flying all around my shop and even in my beard and hair. Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate it.
Okay, here's Chris's thing for
Good night, everyone.
Night, y'all.
Night, everyone.
Okay, do it.
On n'est pas obligé de rentrer chez soi, mais on ne peut pas rester ici.
Oui.
What'd you call me?
Au revoir.
That's for Michelle.